Oh yeah, the 1.9 update is here. Brand new combat. Aha. I'm sure the whole community is going to absolutely love it and adapt to it without a problem, and it won't be divisive. Oh, wait, you say that's the wrong update. Sorry about that, my bad. Hi everybody, my name is Waddles and welcome to the 1.9 Bedrock update. 1.9 is officially out. That means you can go ahead and update Minecraft on your device, and you should have it. If you don't yet, just keep trying and eventually you'll get it. It's crazy. It's really cool. There are tons of new features and changes, and in this video we are going to go over all of them. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget about those notifications so you don't miss a future video from me. So let's get into all of the features. There will be timestamps down in the description if you'd prefer to skip around in the video. Tons and tons of new features, lots of new variants, flowers, everything, lots of cool stuff. In this chest is everything new in this update. So we have 2 new flowers, new sign variants, and then, like I mentioned, a whole lot of new block variants, which are all really cool, and I am very excited to play with these. Now over here in this chest are all of the experimental features, which we will go over as well. Basically, these are features that are still being worked on and tested, and they may be a little bit more buggy. The flowers, the wonderful flowers. On the left here, the white flower is known as the lily of the valley. The blue flower is the cornflower. Now, both of these flowers can be crafted down into their respective dyes. So white dye with the lily of the valley, and then blue dye with the cornflower. Finally, a new blue dye source in the game. Now, these flowers will naturally generate all over your world. Right here are some naturally generating cornflowers, and then over here in the forest, I found some lily of the valleys, or lilies of the valleys. Lilies of the valley, excuse me. They're naturally generating right over here. These are pretty common, so you should be able to find these pretty easily if you're in the forests or the plains biome. We now have some changed functionality with the tripwire. So, before, you would send the signal like that, but if you broke the tripwire, no signal would be sent. Well, that's not the case anymore. When you break a tripwire, a signal will be sent. Lava can now be placed inside of cauldrons. All you need is a cauldron and a lava bucket. Now, from my testing, it doesn't seem like these cauldrons will cause any sort of fire spread. These cauldrons have been sitting over here while I've been setting up the world and everything, and nothing has happened. So these should be safe to use, like, in your wooden house or something. Lots of small, boring changes, I guess you could call them, including new loading screens and new splash text. Players can now delete expired realms. A chat notification will display when a tamed animal dies, so something like a wolf, and then the how to play button is now visible inside of the settings in here, right there, how to play. This update includes the wonderful new sign variants. Now, these signs are crafted just like the old signs, however, you can no longer mix and match wood planks when crafting a sign. You will need all spruce planks or all birch and so on. The old signs are, of course, still in the game as well. And then, the wonderful, amazing, really cool, did I say wonderful, new wall, stair, and slab variants. All of these have made their way into this update. So, yeah, really crazy. We have a use for dye right now, other than throwing it in fire. Tons of cool, just nice looking walls. My favorite, or favorites, are the mossy slab and stair variants, and then the mossy brick slab, stair, and wall variants. I'm very excited to get to build with these stone walls here. I think this would make a really nice looking, like, wall in a city or something like that. It's just really cool looking. I'm really happy about all of these and excited for sure to get to use these in building. And so that cuts it for the non-experimental features. So we are now moving over into experimental features, meaning you will need to have these features enabled in the settings in your world to have these features. First off, we have the crossbow. This has been an experimental feature since the 1.9 update on Bedrock, so it's been here. There's nothing really new with it. I'm not going to go into it too much. We do have the enchantments, of course, so piercing, quick charge, and multi-shot, but Yeah, the crossbow is here. Now, also, we still have pillagers. They are an experimental feature still, so they're here, but they're not here. They won't spawn in your world, but you have a spawn egg for them. There are 2 new wonderful game rules that are experimental in this update. We have game rule show death messages, which will hide and show death messages, and then the immediate respawn game rule, which means when you die, you will spawn right back into the world. No choice or option to wait or anything like that. Both experimental, though. Bamboo jungles are now generating in experimental worlds. If you're looking for one, you're looking for bamboo. These jungles are crazy. There is tons and tons of bamboo growing inside of these things, so they're very, very easy to spot. You no longer have to necessarily fish or get lucky with a chest to get your hands on some bamboo. One of my favorite upcoming village and pillage features is included as an experimental feature in this update. The thing that I'm talking about is, of course, the wonderful, wonderful lantern. Lanterns are a new light source. They look way better than torches, and honestly, in my opinion, way better than most other lighting sources. I will definitely be using these all over my base, and yeah, they're just so nice looking. I can't wait for the full release of these things. There has been a big update in terms of scripting API. I will be linking the full changelog in the description if you'd like to read about that one, but big changes happening with that kind of stuff. If you're a developer, like a map developer or anything like that, you should definitely read into this. It's really, really big. And then, of course, we have all of these new wonderful crafting blocks, but none of them have any kind of functionality. I can't use or interact with any of these blocks here. They're just kind of in the game now. You won't be able to craft these quite yet. The crafting recipes are in the 1.10 beta, which came before the 1.9 official release, but it will release fully after 1.9, if that makes any sense. But these are in the creative menus here, so if you build in creative or play in creative, you can decorate your bases with these, but they won't do anything at all. So they're just kind of here for now. They're placeholders. And then aside from all of those experimental features and actual features, we have your typical bug fixes and things like that. So scaffolding can now be placed on glass, so there we go. That wasn't a thing before. And if you're cruel enough to light a panda on fire, the panda will panic. It will kind of run around and not really know what to do. So, yeah, that's a thing now. Now, of course, there have been plenty more bug fixes and changes, which is a good thing. However, I did notice one really big bug when loading up the game. When I loaded up my version of this game, you know, of course, I own a full copy, but some message about this being a trial popped up, and this is not a trial. I think it's just a big bug. So if you guys have that, just ignore it. I think we're fine. It's not intended, I'm sure. This is part of the Village and Pillage update. One of the devs stated on Twitter that the Village and Pillage update would go through the 1.11 update. That means that the 1.10 update and the 1.11 update will both have tons of Village and Pillage features. But that just about does it for the 1.9 update, I believe. If I've missed anything, call me out on it for sure down below. My favorite feature is, of course, the walls and the stairs and the slabs. Like, these things are just really, really cool. I'm definitely excited to update the overgrowth world and make some of these things in the world, because it's like game changing in terms of decoration. But what's your favorite change? Do you really like the flowers or something? Tell me down below. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and consider subscribing, and if you do, you might want to turn those notifications on so you never miss a video from me. I try and do tons of showcases and other just cool video ideas that I think are interesting. Also, I do have this thing that I always forget to talk about because I'm bad about remembering. If you're into survival games like Subnautica and Raft, then I have a second channel and you might be into that. There is a link down in the description below, so you should check that out if that sounds cool to you. My other links are in the description as well. Thank you very much for watching. Go have a good day. My name is Waddles. I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.